Hi guys, my name is Ata and today topic is satellites. Today I will tell you about satellites, what is satellites and what are the benefit of satellites. First of all, what is satellites? Satellites are the object that orbit around a celestial body such as Earth. They can be natural like moon or artificial like thousands of human-made satellites in Earth orbit. Artificial satellites are used for various purposes including communication, transmitting data, voice and video signals around the world. Navigation provide location information and time signals for GPS, other navigation system. Weather forecasting, monitoring weather patterns, storms and climate changes. Earth observation, studying the Earth's surface, oceans and atmosphere. Scientific research, conducting experiment and gathering data in space. Military, supporting military operations, surveillance and communication. Commercial, offering us services like satellite, TV, radio and internet connectivity. There are five types of satellites. Number one is low Earth orbit (LEO), orbiting at the altitude of around 160 to 2000 kilometers. Number two is medium Earth orbit (MEO), orbiting at the altitude of 2000 to 36,000 kilometers. Number three is geostationary orbit (GEO), orbiting at the altitude of 36 kilometers and above the equator. Polar orbit. Number 4 is polar orbit orbiting over the Earth polar regions. Number 5 is Sun synchronous orbit orbiting in the sync with the Sun position. Satellite technology has revolutionized various aspects of our life from the communication and navigation to weather forecasting and scientific research. Here are some additional aspects of satellite. Launch and deployment. Satellites launch into space using rockets and deployment into their intended orbits. Orbit maintenance. Satellites require periodic adjustment to maintain their orbit and ensure proper functioning. Ground control. Satellites are controlled and monitored from the ground station which transmit commands and receive data. Power and propulsion. Satellites rely on solar panels and nuclear reactors for power and user propulsion system for man saving. Communication protocols. Satellites use centralized communication protocols for transmitting and receiving data. Data processing and analyze. Data is processed and analyzed using specialized software and techniques. Now I will tell you about application of software satellites in various fields. Agriculture, crop monitoring, soil moisture and analysis, disaster response, damage assessment, emergency communication, environmental monitoring and climate change and ocean health, maritime navigation, vessel tracking, urban planning, land use mapping, infrastructure and monitoring. Future development. Constellation of small satellites for global coverage, advanced population system for interplanetary travel, in-orbit assembly and manufacturing, quantum communication and encryption. Challenges and limitations. Space debris and collision risk, significant interference and jamming, orbit congestion and spectrum allocation, cybersecurity threats. International cooperation and regulation, United Nations Committee on the Peaceful Use of Outer Space, COPUS, International Telecommunication Union ITU, Satellite Industry Association and Standard Organization. These additional aspects highlight the complexity and breadth of satellite technology from the launch and deployment to application and future development. Here are some more aspects of satellites. Satellite types. Active and passive satellites, spin satellite and three-axis stabilized satellites, geosynchronous and sun-synchronous satellites, polar orbiting and low Earth orbiting satellites. Satellite components, payload, bus, power system and propulsion system. Satellite manufacturing, design and testing, material and construction, integration and assembly, quality control and assurance. Expandable launch vehicles (ELVs), reusable launch vehicles (RLVs), air breathing engines and hybrid population, launch windows and opportunities, orbit raising and stationary keeping, orbit adjustment maneuver, station keeping technologies, gravity assist and slingshots, interplanetary transfer and tragedies. Emergency trends and technologies, small satellites and CubeSats, satellite constellations and merged constellation, advanced propulsion system and fuels, artificial intelligence and machine learning, quantum computing and cyber security. These additional aspects provide further insight into the complex and fascinating worlds of satellite. Thank you.